What's going on, guys? We are live from Coyote Hobbies. Hopefully you can see it behind me in the background. We're going to go for a bit of a walk around. We'll wait for a couple of people to join on in to start off with. So beautiful weather here in California. Definitely cannot complain. A couple of people should start joining in pretty soon, hopefully. What we're going to do, we're going to go for a bit of a walk around Coyote Hobbies just in a minute. Super high grip track here at Coyote. They have quite a high clay content. They actually seal the surface with like an Elmer's glue or a glue surface. So the grip content is just crazy. Coming to grips with that's definitely been interesting. Sturdy's coming to grips with it probably a fair bit better than me, understandably as well. Much better driver. Alrighty, some people are starting to tune on in. So we'll go for a bit of a walk around Coyote, guys. This place is awesome as well. So we are it's roughly about a 2-hour drive, sort of northeast of Los Angeles. There we go. Coyote Hobbies right there in the background. Go for a bit of a walk around. Hopefully, you guys, you can hear me pretty well. It's going to be pretty loud in there. They got the music pumping. So hopefully you guys can hear me over the music. Come for a walk through, actually. So there's our pit area here. Massive amount of pits here. They can get big entries to their big races and stuff throughout the weeks. We're pitted right over the far side here, guys. Go for a bit of a walk around the track and have a look at the track to start off with, and then we'll go through the pits, guys. Sturdy's actually up on the track doing laps in the moment. All right. It's going to be pretty tough. We're going to try and follow Sturdy around for a bit. Oh. Almost collecting gather there. So again, guys, the grip is mega high here. We are using the control, aka tie here, to make it feel somewhat similar to what we'll be running at the Worlds. We have been gooping the tires just slightly. Obviously, we won't be able to goop at the world titles, but nonetheless, we're gooping here just to make it feel somewhat similar. So our main man, Sturdy. 68.6. So one of the local guys has been pumping around right into like the 15-second bracket, so Sturdy's not too far off by any means. It's just finding that last half a second. Awesome layout, like super techie sort of layout. A lot of tight sections through the center there. Have to be hard on the binders on your two-wheel drive to sort of get the car to pivot around through there. For your 4B, it sort of flows through there a bit better. It's really tricky track for your four-wheel drive though. It's sort of super easy to roll your car over. And it does not take too much endpoint, and you end up on your lid. So it's just one of those super techie tracks. Great layout. Yeah, absolutely. Awesome layout. I believe at least, I'm not sure, the Sturdies are sort of set up our sort of calendar of what we're going to be doing. We're going to be mixing it up between here and SDRC. SDRC is probably a more relatable grip level than what it is here. But this is a track that we feel will be a bit more comparable in its tech, high speed sections, jumps into corners. We believe that'll be a little bit more similar than what SDRC can provide. See. Super high speed chicane up back here as well. We'll go for a walk over there. So traveling over here, it's crazy. Have any of the wheels fallen off yet? No wheels have fallen off yet. Even the plane had all wheels hold onto the plane. So no loose nuts so far. Good noise. All right. So high speed chicane through here. See if we can get a bit of it on video as Sturdy comes through. Tricky section to get the line right through here and be on the gas hard onto the straight. So yeah, this is just one of the two tracks we'll be doing a bit of practice at. before the actual world titles itself. Elevation, as you can see, that elevation up to the top of the hill at the back there is actually really substantial. I'll go over to it. I'll show you how tall it actually is. I know I'm a midget, but the elevation over here is crazy. We're going to chase after Gary. Let's go get him. He's doing a runner on me. Doesn't want to talk. Yeah, all right. Once again, hard to judge, but it's probably similar to me. Probably a bit taller, if anything. So it'd be a good 1.6, 1.7 meters high at the back of the track here, an absolute ton of clay up there. So Sturdy's trying a different body at the moment. Got to chuck a new body on to test that out. You can roughly get about 18 to 20 laps out of your 4B before it starts running out of battery or you start cooking a motor. So obviously high grip. Don't want to do too many laps, otherwise start burning stuff up. Go have a look at our setup, and we have a little friend over here as well. We'll go have a look at him first. Now, anyone that knows me well knows that I have an extreme fear for spiders. They're probably one of my most disliked things in the world. So here's a little friend for us. Hopefully you guys can see him in there. There's a bloody big spider. I'm guessing it's a tarantula or something like that. But I want no part of it. He's got a little car in there to play with if he wants to as well. Little crawler. But yeah. And we got our pits over here. So obviously Sturdy's pit there, looking nice and clean. And then that's my pit area. As per usual, it's organized chaos. Organized chaos, I tell you. Other than that, guys, so that's pretty much where we're at today. Definitely a massive day for both of us yesterday. Sturdy's seemed like they had a hell of a time getting here. They had to transfer over in Manila. I think they went by Philippine Airlines, if I can remember correctly. And they had to check through their bags like 3 times or something like that, which is just mental. We'll get out of the noise. Hopefully you guys can hear me a bit better out here. We've got a bit of wind out here, I guess. So yeah, massive day yesterday getting over here. It's a hell of a journey. My old man was struggling a bit whilst getting over here. You don't get much sleep on a 13-hour flight. So yeah, you wake up next day and it's the same day as well. So it's just makes it even more difficult. You end up having to stay up for another like 7 hours longer than what you usually have to, so you can try to acclimatize to the new times and stuff, which I think we have all done pretty well so far. I think coming home is going to be the tough one. Nonetheless, Coyote Hobbies. So that's where we are at for the next few days. Where are we? There we go, Coyote Hobbies. But yeah, any questions you guys have, if you guys want to have another look at the track, by all means, shout out. Sturdy is running some laps. He'll probably be bringing it off track soon. But yeah, beautiful area around here as well. I don't know how much you're going to be able to see me on like the front camera, but gorgeous day. Winds have been coming up pretty strong in the last day or so. It's probably been cracking on like 50 to 60 k/h gusts at least. I'd say gusts possibly even higher, maybe even into the 70s. I know down south near maybe Arizona sort of way. I'm not sure exactly, but they've had some damage from the amount of wind that seems to be blowing through at the moment. A couple of storms on the horizon over there by the looks of it as well. We'll go for another walk around the track. We may as well. Got a bit of time up our sleeves. Wind is gusting. So setups we're using here, apparently 4-wheel drive setup will be pretty much on the dot. 2-wheel drive, from what we've been told, will change a bit before we head over to Hobby Action. As you guys saw the other day, I put up a post about Hobby Action changing their layout. So they're going to have a new layout before the actual world titles. From what it sounds like as well, they're going to have non-racers doing a couple of laps around there to better bit of goop into our track as well. We'll see if we can have a quick chat with Sturdy. See how he's going. He's going a fair bit better than me, I'd say. Chris. All right, we got Chris coming over. Have a quick chat with him. Alrighty. So, Chris, how you been going?
Yeah, good. Just getting a feel for things. Track's really different. Just like super technical and kind of actually hard to learn. So just getting a feel for things and happy with how we're going.
And 2B or 4B feeling better?
Considering I've only done one run on the two-wheel drive, it probably actually feels better, to be honest. The four-wheel drive around this track is very temperamental. Two-wheel drive was just like drop on the track and it was like, oh, it's not bad to drive.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I felt as well. It just feels a little more easier, calmer to sort of drive the four drive. I know I feel like I'm over driving it for probably what everything is.
So it's just you, mate. I think that's just you.
Yeah. Lap times, you're getting down to 16s.
Yeah, I got down into the 16.2 now on full drive. Just diff change and body change. It's just getting a feel for things. Like I'm still not probably executing a couple corners quick enough, especially coming off the back straight into off the triple. That corner is super technical and hard. Two-wheel drive into the 16s as well, but not as consistent, but only one run in that so far.
Yeah, are we racing here tomorrow night? Question mark?
Yeah, it's a Summer Madness race event on, so we'll be doing that practice and then into racing in the night.
Yeah, sweet. And so, yeah, we're going to be here until roughly about 9 o'clock-ish tonight, was it? Roughly 8 or 9?
Yeah, I think it's 8 or 9 or something until they shut.
Yeah, till they shut. So 8 or 9 o'clock. We're doing laps here, get in the car, so they're dial in. And roughly, I think practice goes until like midday or something tomorrow and then goes into qualifying. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I haven't looked. I think they're starting practice at like midday, so open at 11:30. And then I'm not too sure what time the racing kicks off. But yeah, it should be some fun.
Yeah, sweet. So we'll actually get a bit of racing in before we go over to the Worlds. And I don't know, test our race crossed over here. But yeah, that's about it. So, all right. We'll see you later, guys. We'll do some more laps.
See you guys.
Alrighty. Yeah, that's dirty. Obviously getting around a lot better than myself, not unsurprising. He's gotten used to the layout and everything really quick, which is great. I'm not far off the pace by any means. That'll pretty much wrap things up unless you guys have a couple of questions. Luke, kind of been on track and yeah, no, I haven't done many laps, I gotta admit. Definitely not as much as the Sturdies. It must be nice having a pit man. I have to do everything myself. But at the same time, it is what it is. Such is life. No, guys, really having a great time over here. Hey, we'll do a bit of an end of day update. That should be around 4 p.m. Australian time, local time over there, and that'll be about 8 p.m. this time, I'd say. Could be completely wrong, possibly 3 p.m. But yeah, just keep an eye out. We'll be doing the odd live stream each day. We'll probably do a couple of driver interviews if we have a couple of big names make their way over here. We can have hit bench races. It'll be great. Yeah. Jesus. But yeah, epic little track here. Sort of northeastern California, or probably not really northeastern California. It's further north than LAX. That's all I'll say. Alrighty, guys. We'll see you in the next one.